In the shadows of America's crime history lurks a man whose name strikes fear and fascination in equal measure. A man who confessed to killing nearly 93 women, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in US history. His name is Samuel Little. But how did he evade justice for so long? And what finally brought him to light? Today, we delve into the chilling story of Samuel Little, the killer who left a trail of despair across the nation. Samuel Little was born on June 7, 1940, in Reynolds, Georgia. From a young age, his life was marred by instability, abuse, and a series of criminal behaviors. By his teens, Little was already involved in theft and violence. Over the years, he cycled through prison, committing crimes ranging from assault to kidnapping. But it was his darker impulses that would ultimately define his legacy. Little's crimes spanned over 3 decades, from the 1970s to 2005. His victims were often vulnerable women, many involved in prostitution or drug use, making them easy targets and, tragically, difficult to connect in cold cases. Little's method was chillingly consistent. He would approach his victims, often under the guise of offering help or a ride, then strangle them to death. He later admitted that he found killing to be a form of power and control.
Southern hometown, word quickly got around that a prolific serial killer once walked these streets.
We were raised up several blocks away from him.
Including Washington Park, where we met Eddie Smith.
And,
he and his sister Fredonia played here as kids.
in this area right here,
Close in age, they were
a
inseparable.
lot of people thought that we was twins.
His childhood memories here were shattered in July of 1982 when she was murdered.
They found her body right there where the fence is.
But not her killer. Eddie admits he blamed Fredonia's ex-boyfriend since they had just broken up.
Actually, me and her cousin went back to killing. I had got a gun. And, it had to be the Lord working in my favor because, I'm not a killer.
His plan for revenge failed because the boyfriend wasn't home.
He disappeared.
And since then, Eddie has spent more than 30 years blaming the wrong man.
I am still hurting. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and can't go back to sleep.
Then, this past October, investigators called and said, "We know who killed your sister."
I said, "Thank you, Jesus." The first thing came out of my mouth.
It was serial killer Samuel Little. He's confessed to killing more than 90 women across.
What set Little apart was his memory. He could recall details about his victims with startling clarity, even years later. This eerie ability helped investigators piece together his crimes, long after he had disappeared from the radar. Despite his violent streak, Little was arrested multiple times over the years, but he was never definitively linked to his murders, until DNA evidence finally caught up with him in 2012. It was a breakthrough that shifted the course of his story.
And who may be the worst serial killer in U.S. history, Samuel Little, is already behind bars for murder, and now he says he killed around 90 people since the 1970s. The FBI is asking the public for help and information. ABC's Lindsay Davis has the story.
He might just be the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history. 78-year-old Samuel Little currently sits in a Texas jail cell where he now claims to have murdered more than 90 people in nearly half a century.
Little's confessions began to surface, admitting to dozens of murders across the country. His detailed descriptions, combined with forensic evidence, led to the identification of many cold cases. In 2014, he was convicted of 3 murders in California, but his confessions linked him to many more. Little's confessions reshaped the understanding of serial killers in America. Law enforcement agencies used his detailed descriptions, photographs, and drawings of his victims, many of whom he could vividly recall, to solve cold cases dating back decades. His story underscores the importance of forensic science, especially the power of DNA and criminal profiling, in bringing justice to victims long forgotten. Samuel Little died on December 30, 2020, at the age of 80, still claiming to have killed as many as 93 women. While his death closed a dark chapter, the impact of his crimes and confessions continue to influence criminal investigations today. Samuel Little's story is a stark reminder of the importance of forensic science, victim advocacy, and persistent investigation. Behind every cold case is a story waiting to be told, one that forensic evidence can help unlock. As we remember the victims, we also honor the relentless pursuit of justice that finally brought Samuel Little's reign of terror to an end. What if someone like Samuel walked among us today? His story challenges us to remain vigilant, always questioning appearances. What do you think drives someone to commit such atrocities? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this story chilling, subscribe for more true crime stories. Stay safe and stay curious.